Today on the bench for repair is a Getac Toughbook laptop. These are the very expensive ones that I've done a video on before, and I think Sean has also done a video on the channel. Some of the USB ports seem to be absolutely busted. That's one of them. And then we've got a USB 2.0 port on a separate little daughter board here, which is also broken. And our job today is to fix it. Shock. Let's head on over to the scope. Even though we've got a little bit of plastic here, I believe we can avoid that just simply by going around the port to get this to drop out. So we're going to try that technique. This is a really, really small board. So I'm going to put this down to around about 350 degrees and just see if that works. Again, I'm pointing the heat away from the plastic on the board. The plastic on the port is fine. Obviously, if that melts, it's not too much of a big deal. So I'm just directing that heat away from the plastic connector we have. That's the most important thing here. Slowly but surely, just working our way around with the heat gun. There we go, just like that. Now we come in with our flux and some wick and just wick up these holes. For the stubborn ones, we'll just add some leaded solder. Lower that melting temperature. And if this doesn't work, we'll come in with the solder sucker. Tiny bit of flux. That one's being a little bit stubborn, so we'll come in with the hot air just to clear that one and the bottom one up. There we go, and a quick clean. Just clear out this hole here as well, last one. And that is now looking extremely clean, ready for us to put the new port in just like that. I think there's a tiny bit of solder just here, which is stopping me from putting the port all the way through. See if we can wick all of that away. Solder sucker time it is. Rather be solder sucker safe than sorry. Now let's try and put our port in and make sure that it connects fully. Yeah, look at that, lovely. Now the port won't stay in here by itself, so I'm going to have to push up from the bottom and just come in and put some solder on this pad. I'm not going to be able to get away with this without flux, I don't think. I tried. It just shows the importance of flux. That's at least going to hold it in place. Just make sure we've got really good connections on all of these joints. And that is port number 1 done. Looking good. Feeling good. There it is. That solder's come through the other side as well. Nice. Could maybe do with it coming through those anchor points at the bottom a little bit more. So let me just try that. Just going to have to get a good connection if I can. Slowly but surely. I'll come in from this side as well. There we go. Just to make it extra secure. A nice clean up. Looking strong. That's port number 1. And this connector, look, no damage whatsoever because we were just directing the heat away from it and being cautious. 1 down, 1 to go. This one is a little bit trickier, and I think I replaced this one on the last video, but you can see we've got plastic here. But again, I believe if we aim it away from the plastic and just try and heat up this area, I think we're going to be okay. But again, that kind of comes with experience and knowing what you can and can't do. If we take that off, we should be able to get the port hot enough for the solder to melt around it. You know what? Let's make our lives easier by applying some leaded. If I recall correctly, this actually fell out last time, which is the headphone jack. And that might have been because, again, I didn't tin up the area with leaded. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. So I'm actually going to lower the melting temperature of the... Sorry, I'm going to lower the heating temperature of the heat gun. And then hopefully that won't happen because this is obviously going to be leaded solder. I say it again, low melt in these situations would be good. I just forget to order it every single time. So maybe I'll do it after this video. And to avoid flux going everywhere here, I don't really need flux to take the port off. So I'm just going to take this flux off so we don't get the board really, really messy. And just kind of clean as we go. Right, let's try it now. Again, we have to be super careful. So I'm just going to heat around the port first. Try not to singe the plastic that we have, which is going to be difficult, but the quickest way. Sometimes not the best way, but we'll see. We move the air around as much as we can. That should also help not burn the plastic. Just going to add a tiny bit of flux just to see if that is going to help us get this port out, because it is taking a little while. No burnt plastic yet though, which is good. It's the aim. There we go. Slowly but surely. Now we're just going to try and wick up as quick as we can whilst the board is hot. Ground holes are going to be the hardest. These boards are really, really thick. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use the solder sucker here. I'll try and wick what I can. Okay. This is an extremely tough place to use the solder sucker, by the way, so I have to be so careful and really, really concentrate because there are so many components around. Do you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm not actually going to use the solder sucker here. I'm going to continue trying to wick it away. It's just too risky. There we go. Plenty of leadage should do the trick. Come on. If not, I'm going to be having words with the board, that is for sure. Nice. Okay, we'll come back to you. That's all I need from this one. Come on. It's right next to a ground point. I think this is why this one's taking ages. Come on. Yes, well done. Same applies for this one. Come on. Bit of flux. Flood it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's because of this ground paint right here. All right, let's have a bit of a clean and a tidy. Okay, as soon as you're being stubborn, I can't use solder sucker because the other side of that is plastic. There we go. I think I've got it. Nearly. So close. I might have to go in from the other side so we can sort this last one out. Let's turn it over and see if we can get both of them from the other side. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, come on then. There we go. I think we're all good. So there's a little bit of heat in the end there. Yeah, this one's a pain because of how much plastic and stuff it has around it, but we will find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. There we go. No burnt plastic. All of the holes are clear. Now we just need to put a new port on. So I also have the same story as last time, is that the port doesn't actually fit that I have, or should I say the ports. So I've had to do a bit of a bodge. I confirmed with Sean that that was okay because this is his job essentially. And we were meant to order the ports last time. Cough, cough, Sean. I've tried bending these through the holes, but I'm unable to. So we're just going to mount it like this. Again, there's plenty of strength here. So I'm going to push it back as much as I can, being as firm as I can, just like that. And then get these grounded. I'll probably start with this one around here. Just rotate that board, make my life easier. Let's do these two. There we go. I'm looking for it to just hold it in place for the time being. There we go. Now I can go back over this one. The fact that it's hugging this is probably for the better. I'm trying to get down in between there is going to be... Oh, it's wonky now. Can't have that. The port's very, very hot. Okay, shouldn't be wonky anymore. Is it wonky? No, that's better. How am I going to get to there? I'm just going to have to be super careful. Because last time, this port, the headphone jack was off, I think. Should have made my life a bit easier. Right, here we go. Same here. There we go. Doesn't look like the prettiest job, but it's going to be more than functional. This port is now solidly on there. It's not going anywhere. Can I get there? Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Just about get the cotton swab down there. Give it a nice clean. Nice. And the solder's flowed all the way through, which is nice on the ground pad. So we just need to quickly go over these pins. We'll sort that out in a second. There we go. Nice and easy. Jobs are good in. Let's get rid of all this flux. And just clear up quickly. There we go. I'm not a big fan of it not being pretty, if I'm honest with you, because, you know, I take pride in my work, but that is definitely going to be a functional port, and I've kind of worked with what I can. And again, that is not going anywhere. It's moving completely with the board. This is adhesive to keep the battery in place. There we go. Perfect. Job is a good one. We'll get this assembled back to the customer, and as always, a massive thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.